This is probably going to take a few takes.
I don't really know if we want to do multiple takes because we're just scrubs anyways and we're trash. So if we're going to fail, we might as well fail and just embrace it. Also, I got to go throw my phone out in the hallway because it's going to ring. Be right back. I can't hear you, but you can hear me. Oh my gosh. My room is a mess. Taking my phone, opening the door. I no longer have carpet, so I have to slide it carefully out the door. And... Hey guys, and welcome to the first ever episode of the PotatoTree News. I'm here today with Curlab. Say hello, Curlab.
I don't wanna. Hi, guys.
That's Curlab. You guys know him. A few of you have actually already talked to him, but hey, I introduce him anyways. I'm here with Curlab. We're going to talk about some of the things happening on the PotatoTree Network, kind of just in an order, starting with some of the most important things and going on from there. One of the things you guys definitely know about is the 1.9 update, right? Everyone knows that. I mean, you couldn't get on the server if you didn't know that, so obviously you do. But yeah, we updated to 1.9. It took a little while because we had some issues with multiverse not having, and that's what allows us to have multiple worlds, like the player shop world and the end, and be able to teleport to them with portals. Yeah, that had some issues. It wasn't able to update to 1.9 as 1.9 came out, so we had to wait a little bit. But now that that's all set up, everything's good there. We were able to update to 1.9. Now, also, we have the new end, which came with that, which is great. We love the new end, right? Because we get Elytra, which are amazing. We'll get on to how we're going to fix that, the issues with you not being able to fly. We'll get to that later. But the Elytra, I mean, we get the new end with all the new end blocks, like the purple blocks, the end stone, or end brick, is it?
I think so. And there's also the end rods.
Oh, yeah, the end rods. Yeah. So you have the end rods, the end brick, stuff like that. Yeah, that's all great. We all love those. I mean, I love end rods. And also, I am preparing a beautiful castle. Not going to say much about it, but it's using some of those blocks because I want to do some of the new blocks. It's very beautiful. We'll get to that later as well. But yeah, the new end, so you guys can get there through the normal end portal at spawn. It's just right down below spawn. If you don't know where it is, you go down the stairs from where you spawn. And it's down below next to a lava portal, which takes you to the nether. And I did update that as well. You now can get to the new end and the new nether through those portals instead of going to the old end of the old nether, which was it was originally. Now, with 1.9, we had to do a few plugin updates. Now, there's not really much to say about this. We fixed a few things. I mean, we had some... one thing we really have a problem with is holograms. You guys know the holographic signs that were at spawn. One was about the community goal, and one was just like the labels to the player shops and to the hub. Now, when we updated to 1.9, we had to also update that plugin. And one of the bugs with it right now is that they drop into the ground and disappear after you first look at them, but they'll pop back up in a second. That didn't happen with ours. They fell and they disappeared forever. So we got to remake those. I have to get around to that. That's not an important thing though, so I haven't been worrying about that. But the ones in the hub, for whatever reason, they stayed there. They're right there in the same spots they were right at the spawn. But the PvP ones disappeared as well. So I'm gonna have to get around to replacing those. They're just a pain to put in, so I didn't really want to do that right away. I've been working on some of the more important things. So we also have some other plugin updates. We had to update Multiverse, obviously, that's what we talked about. It wasn't compatible, so we updated that. We also updated some of the things like, I tried to update Ultimate Cosmetics because they said they had fixes for it. I put it on the hub to test when you guys weren't on there, so I wouldn't bother you. It broke the server pretty badly, so I'm still having issues with that plugin. I'm trying to figure them out, and they also just changed the way it works, so now I have to relearn it, but that is also not a major issue and priority right now. I'm really working on some of the core things right now, but that's one thing I will be doing at one point. I'll be getting Ultimate Cosmetics back in because you people who have donated, we have the different ranks: mashed potato, VIP, very important potato, those ones, you guys will get that back. I just have to wait till it's compatible and doesn't break the server, because I know you would love to have those, but I'm pretty sure you'd rather the server work. Okay, so that's I think that's about it for the major plugin updates. If I remember anything, we'll come back to it. Any ideas, any suggestions or topics you'd like to talk about, Curlab?
Not that can think of at the moment, all of my plugins are compatible as of now. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some game-breaking things to find later down the road that I'm not currently aware of. Other than that, I think we can move on to our next topic.
Okay, sounds good. One thing is a fix. This is a plugin thing, but I was just going to come back to it later. The NoCheat Plus, I know you guys hate it, but we need it. Stops people from just getting on and wrecking everyone's day and finding all the ores and stuff like that. So it stops people from being able to fly around the server and just destroy everything. But NoCheat Plus, it blocks Elytra right now. You can't actually fly as a player. Now, that is in progress. They've been talking about that. Actually, I'm going to look that up right now. I don't know exactly how far they've gotten, but I checked it on the other day. And they had a little 1.9 issues thing they had. It's kind of like a form for them. So what they're saying is they've fixed the sound issues. They've fixed the... what does it say? Oh, the creative... They have some things... They have rough fixes. That's what they're on right now. It's still beta testing. And so I have in the beta testing to fix the slabs, because some of you know when I first updated 1.9, you couldn't walk on slabs like at all. You would just glitch completely crazy, like awfully. So I got that update in. But the Elytra are still a problem, and they're working on preventing the abuse of Elytra more, because, you know, hackers will find a way to abuse that. But they're working on that as well as making it actually work for players. But as of right now, it's blocked until they can make it safe to unblock. So, like, looking around while you're flying, for whatever, I mean, it kind of recognizes it as flying, as in the normal Minecraft flying that is blocked on the server. So when you actually fly with Elytra, they're working on that. I don't know much about it. I haven't looked into it too much, but I've been watching its updates to see when it's ready. Also, they fixed some fast heal issues. Okay, so the Elytra fix is coming. It's in progress. It's on the way. They're just working on it to the best of their ability, and eventually it will be done. One thing I did start was the community goal, and I never actually was... You guys hit that goal really fast, but I wasn't able to reward you because I was waiting for 1.9, because I wanted to give you a special 1.9 reward. And now that 1.9 is here, I want to give that to you, but I was trying to find a way to make the plugin automatic, so you could, as soon as that chest had a certain amount of items, it would run a command. But that would require me to reset the items and the amount every week. So I'm just trying to figure that out. So I'm going to get on at one point, and whenever people are on, I'm going to give you guys the reward. I'm also trying to figure out how to do across the server, every player gets some amount added to their vault bank account. So I'll give you like 200 potato chips for reaching the goal. Probably be more than 200, but that idea. So that's the community goal is still going to happen. And now that 1.9 has come, is it God apples, Kurlab?
Yeah, they're commonly referred to as God apples.
Okay, yeah, the enchanted golden apples, they're no longer craftable. So what we were thinking was that could be a great reward for you guys. So when you guys hit that goal, one of the things you could get is a certain amount of God apples. I don't know how many, but we'd find a way to make that work. So then you could get them that way versus having to find them. Or can you even find them in 1.9? I've never really...
Yeah, you can in dungeon chests. They have a chance of spawning in there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you could get into a dungeon and find them, but we're going to make it easier on you and add the ability for it to be a community goal reward. Oh, also, back to plugins real fast. I'm working on a lottery plugin, so you guys will be able to buy basically a lottery ticket on the server, and it'll randomly pick someone who bought a ticket, and they will get the payout. So it'll just be a fun way to kind of... It might also have item payouts, items, and potato chips. But I'm thinking I like the potato chip idea better because you guys already have loot crates. If you don't know about loot crates, if you do /vote, the command vote, you can see 2 links at the time. Right now, it's 2 links. You click those and you vote for the server, and it gives you a loot crate. It's a random amount of items. And they're actually really good items. I need to fix that. They're way too good right now. Sometimes it gives you diamond pickaxes and diamond chestplate and chain leggings and all at the same time. It's ridiculous. But yeah, you can do that once a day. Every 24 hours, you can vote and get free items. So I don't see why you wouldn't. Go ahead and vote for the server. Got you. Just get that. Do that. do that. Help the server out and get yourself some free stuff.
And money, by the way. You get like 150 potato chips per loot crate.
Yeah, you do. I forgot about that. I set that up and I forgot about that. Wow, go me. Okay, on to new ranks. You guys probably have noticed there's a new rank called Monitor and also Architect. We're going to start with Architect. Architect is the rank for official server builds. So if someone is an architect, that means that I or another staff member, if they are working on an official server build, they will ask an architect to come over and help them. So they're basically, they have to drop whatever they're doing and go help. Also, at any time, we will still ask normal members to help us, but the architect basically has no choice in the matter. I mean, they just have to stop what they're doing, unless, of course, there's real life, like outside of Minecraft, issues they have to deal with. We're not going to expect them to drop that and help us. But the thing is, like, if they're mining, unless they're in a really sick mine, they're finding diamonds out the wazoo, we are going to require them to come straight to us and help us. But that's basically all that is. We give them game mode and they help us with official server builds. If they're building their own thing, they can't actually access game mode themselves. They can only access it when we give it to them. So that means they can't abuse anything, so don't be worried about that, normal members. They can't give themselves items because they're architect. They have no access to that command. Now, on the other side, we have Monitor. They have a few basic permissions other than members because they're the players who watch for people who abuse the swear filter or are having issues with other players. They will monitor, as that's why they're called monitors. They'll monitor the server, and if they find an issue, they will just report it to me first off. They have my phone number, my personal phone number, and they will report it to me that way or just through the server. And also they have access to mute commands. So if you start swearing like crazy, like you get by the swear filter by using a ridiculous amount of symbols, and you're just going crazy on the server, they can mute you. They can end that and just stop that really fast without players having to deal with that. So that's good for you members that are good members and not trying to swear all the time. That'll help you out because they can stop players from swearing. Oh, and that reminds me, back to plugins. Curlab is currently working on a special swear filter plugin, custom one. Curlab, would you like to talk about that at all?
It's just like any normal generic swear filter that you might come across. It just replaces the cuss word in question with a bunch of asterisks in place of that. So, unlike the one we currently have, which just stops you from talking altogether.
Yeah, that one's
which makes things difficult, and it's just a terrible one anyway because you can't say words like grass or class or glass without getting blocked by the swear filter.
That's true. That's very frustrating for players. I know that. They always ask me, they're like, hey, why can't I talk about grass blocks? And it's because, there are pieces of other words in there. So he's working on that. It'll be very specific. So we'll block certain things, and it'll only go for those exact words. So if you type grass, it's not going to block the last 3 letters. It's going to leave it as grass because that is the word you typed. That's what I like about that, is he's going to fix that a lot for us. So I'm very thankful. Thank you, Curlab.
You're welcome.
Also, okay, back to Monitor a little bit. Yeah, so they're just summarize that. I mean, I already did. They monitor the server and they have access to mute command, and I'm going to give them access to a couple others. As of right now, we only have one monitor, the MC Meals, and also we have 2 architects, Kuragia Akuma. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I did not. And also JPrim. So those 2 will help out with official server builds, and I will probably hire more. I mean, quote, hire. Like, that's...
Recruit.
Yeah, recruit is a better word. I don't actually pay anyone because I have to pay for the server, and I don't... That's hard as is. Okay, so that's basically summarized the new ranks, and you guys will hopefully like that. And that also brings me back to another plugin idea. I am thinking about adding AutoRanks. It's a plugin that will allow me to, once you hit a certain amount of time on the server, or a certain amount of blocks, something like that. It'll probably be time. Based on how much time you spend on the server, it will rank you up. Now, you probably will not get any new perks, except for I'm planning on adding more homes to people who spend more time on the server, so it'll rank you up. So you'll go from member to something for instance, you could have like dedicated. And a dedicated rank would be you have a ridiculous amount of time on the server, and that'll give you access to like 5 player homes. Actually, it'd probably be more than that if you have like 100 hours on the server. I'm probably going to give you like 10 player homes. But yeah, it'd basically be a way to get that gameplay change for free, so I can actually add that in, and it's not against the Minecraft EULA or the EULA. I don't want to get in trouble with that. So I've never bothered to add any gameplay changes because I don't want to get sued or have the server shut down or anything. Don't really want to deal with that.
Well, talking about the gameplay changes, that's only if you charge money for them. If it's completely free, then...
Yeah. Which is how I was thinking this would work, is it's based on time, and it's completely free for you guys. So you'd be able to get more homes just by playing on the server, which I think is a good idea. And also there'd be other perks to that. I was thinking about adding some kind of multiplier, if I can. I don't know. I haven't looked into this. I was thinking it'd be cool to add some kind of multiplier to your money. Like, I don't know how that would work, but I'll look into it. So you get some extra bonuses as well. And maybe, I mean, it'd obviously give you a new prefix. You would no longer be member. You'd be dedicated in, like, rainbow colors and strobe light parentheses. I don't know. It'll be cool, okay? Just wait for it. And that's about all for AutoRanks. It's going to be based on time, most likely, and it'll allow you to actually progress. So it'll feel like instead of just being a member constantly, you can actually go and get a better rank for free. So the people who cannot donate, I mean, if you can still donate, that would be amazing. I mean, that is what keeps us going, quite honestly. Without donations, we will not be able to run the server because I myself, I pay for the server by myself. And it's a lot of money, not going to lie. It is a lot of money because now we are currently running 4 servers. When we bungeed the servers, I bought 3 new servers, one for the Bungie itself. So that's like what you connect through. You connect through PotatoTree Network.fluctus.com. That is the Bungie server. So you connect through that and it redirects you to one of the 3 other servers, Hub, PvP, or Survival. So that makes me pay for 4 servers per month versus 1 server, and it makes your life so much easier. It reduces lag so incredibly much, and it allows us to fit more on the server. Like all these new plugins I'm adding, I can actually add because it doesn't have to have the server doesn't have to save space for PvP, Hub, Survival Nether, Survival End, and P-Shops, and all of the plugins that go with all of those on one. It has it separated on different servers, so it makes it really easy to add in new things and cool things. So if you're interested in donating, just do /buy on the server, and you can look at the packages. I suggest going to the home page when it redirects you to the checkout. I wish it would take you to the home page, but if you go on the home page, you can click the exact ranks, and you can see exactly which rank has what. And as of right now, it's only a prefix because Ultimate Cosmetics is still breaking the server. But also, I mean, it just helps out a lot. So even if you don't get Ultimate Cosmetics right away, which you will someday when they finally get it to work, it'll still mean a lot to me. It really helps a lot. Okay, now enough like self-advertising. One thing with 1.9 that I was able to do are the welcome messages. Now, I probably could have done this before, but with 1.9, I added this stuff in. So when you join Survival now, you'll see it says, welcome to PTN Survival player name. And also, if you hit tab, it has a little message around the player names. And this isn't a gameplay change. It doesn't really affect you at all. I just added them in. I thought they were nice little things. So when you join, it says welcome. So even if no one is there to welcome you, or no one is there that you know to welcome you, I'm still welcoming you. The server is still welcoming you. The staff, they are still welcoming you through that awesome little message. And I also need to fix. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I need to fix the actual chat join message as well. I haven't really thought about that. I need to add that to the to-do list. Could I be anything to say?
No. I've just been listening.
Okay. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I had a lot to talk about, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much input on the stuff that you talk about since you know everything, and I only know like a sliver of it.
You know a lot. You do a lot. You do all the custom plugins. I cannot help with that much, other than actually ideas, but, you know.
Yeah, then I just take them and make them like 3 times better, no offense.
Yeah, that's true. You do add a lot to them. I say, like we always joke about, it's like Walt and Roy Disney. I'm like, hey, this would be really cool. Let's do this. And I'm like, but I have no idea how to do it. And you walk in, and you're like, yo, I got you, brother. I'll help you out. And then you add your own twist to them. That's what Walt and Roy did. They actually, I'm not trying to give a history lesson, but that's what they did. Walt Disney would come up with the ideas, and Roy was the kind of like a money manager, and he'd actually make things work. He'd actually build them, not build them physically, but he'd make them actually function versus just being a crazy idea like I have. Okay, now one last thing. We're not going to talk much about this. This is the last thing for today. We're not going to talk much about this. This is a secret development idea between Curlab and I. It's a joint idea. We're both working on it together equally, and it's a secret new game mode that, as far as I know, has never been on a single server ever, other than it's going to be on ours. So basically, that's what I'm building the castle for. It's going to be the spawn for this beautiful new game mode, and it may or may not replace the PvP world, because PvP honestly does not get many players, and I feel like it's a waste of space at the time and a waste of money, because it costs quite a lot per month.
Oh, and also, might I add, being on the PvP server the other day, with the new 1.9 update, some mechanics in PvP have not been working properly.
True. Yeah, so that would actually be beneficial in general. And later on, we would add PvP back in. It's just, we might replace it with this new game mode for the time being, while we're working on it, while we're testing it, while we have all the new versions, and we're working with you guys, because we want you to obviously try it. We want your feedback so we can change things as you see you want them to be changed. Kind of like an open beta for a game. It might be a closed beta. I don't know. We'll find out. But basically, no spoilers, no giveaways, but it has to do with some of the 1.9 aspects, and it's going to work together and be really freaking sweet. So be excited. Be really, really excited. It's going to be beautiful.
Okay, don't swallow your microphone there.
I'm sorry. Okay. So that about sums it up. That's all we really have to talk about today. I actually tried to keep this down at like 7 minutes, but it's now at 22 minutes.
Well, you did do a lot of talking.
I did do a lot of talking, but it was necessary. It was necessary talking.
Necessary longevity.
Okay. So that is all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. I hope you feel up to date. We're going to try to do these at least like once a week or so, because they're not very hard, and they help you guys stay in the loop, and I want to keep you guys part of the server just as much as staff members. I want you to be on all the time. That's my goal. And for you guys to really just feel connected with the server and like you're contributing. So leave a comment down below. I want to hear all of your suggestions. I want to hear all of your ideas. I want to hear any questions you have about anything we talked about today. AutoRanks, I really want to hear your feedback on that. The time-based rank up mechanic. I want to know what you think about that. Would you like it based on time, or would you like it based on... you can do it like based on money, which I don't really like that idea, but that's a possibility. Or you can do it based on how many blocks you've placed, broken, how far you've walked, stuff like that. I like time personally, because it really shows that you've been on, but I also understand that people could abuse it by going AFK and sitting in a minecart and getting the highest rank. Now, that's one thing I would have to worry about, but again...
Then again, that could be easily circumvented by actually requiring a lengthy amount of time to be on for said rank.
True. So I just want to hear your comments. I want to know what you think. So go below on the little comment section, and I want you to write. I don't want you to close this video. I don't want you to go back to the... I want you to go back to the server, but I don't want you to go straight back to the server. I want you to write a comment and let me know what you think, because I really want to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear your feedback on all the plugins we talked about today. What you think about the new end. What you think about 1.9 in general. I'd love to hear what you think about 1.9 in general. And also community goals. Would you like to see them as more of a God Apple reward, or some other 1.9 items, or would you like it to be money? I don't know. Not real money, of course. We're talking potato chips. I just want to hear your ideas on all of this. Any ideas for new ranks? I might take them into consideration. And also, don't ask for ranks in the comments, please. That's not going to get you anywhere. You have to earn them by being on and helping players. And that's really what I look for when people are trying to become staff, is you got to be on a lot of the time. And if not, a lot of the time, when you're on, you got to be helpful. You have to be helping players. You have to be contributing to the community, talking to people, just the usual things that good community members will do. But that about sums it up. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, just classic YouTube outro. Be sure to subscribe so you can get all of the updates that we ever think up and talk about. All of the updates for PotatoTree Network, and it is the PotatoTree Network, I should say. Be sure to subscribe so you can see all videos that come up, and you can see when we are talking about random stuff and being stupid. Because that's probably going to happen quite a lot. Also, I want to add, I'm going to be working on some trailers for the special game mode, and for 1.9, just for fun. That one's going to be more for fun. I'm also going to try to make some player showcases, so I'll be able to choose a player who's built something absolutely incredible, and I will make a tour of their build and put it on YouTube. So it'll be on the official PotatoTree Network YouTube channel, a showcase of their build. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, leave it in the comments. If you'd like to show me a build you'd like showcase, send me a message. Be sure to do it through the server. Just do /mail /send the Femo demo and then your message. That'll get it to me and I will see that. I always see mail on the server. I check it every day. And that's how you should really leave me messages. But anyways, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staring at that beautiful image that I spent hours on Photoshop to make the beautiful background of this video /podcast/news update. Thanks for watching, guys.